Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Our Stars and Stripes in Maple Syrup. We have our regular guest, Sean, with us. Sean, thanks for coming by.
Hey, nice one, pleasure.
I'd love to say I love the hat, but we all know that pencil tucky drivers can't drive for shit. But I like the way you're plugging your own business while you're in here. So,
Yeah, got to be done, mate. I've just branched out in PA, so there you go.
branched out.
I'm in 2 states.
Oh, wow. All right, let's just took straight into it because we didn't get an episode last week because we had some connectivity issues with the UK, so we couldn't go live from Fans Day. So we had the Birmingham game, which was what, a 1-2-1 win, 1-0 win?
Yeah,
2-1?
it was.
And then West Brom. Now, I got to be honest, when the club released on, I think it was Friday, that Danny Bath was going to be out for the rest of the season, I was like, I might as well just bin this off and go and play golf.
I agree.
But
I didn't play golf, but yeah.
But something inside me was like, you know what? Just watch it. Like, you've enjoyed the season so far. If they fall at the end, they fall at the end. It's been really good because, and we're recording this, just so you guys know, we're recording this on Tuesday evening. So Burnley have just beaten Blackburn. They're now the champions. But a tweet came out this evening from one of the Sunderland fans out there, and he posted the second tier podcast. They reposted what the Daily Mirror supercomputer said the table was going to be at the end of the season, and there we were in 24th, and I was like,
yeah, them supercomputers, shite, same as the octopus, crap.
But yeah, so when we looked at the West Brom lineup, you had Gooch at right back. He's not a right back by trade, but he deputizes in there pretty well. Serkin in his natural left back position, and then a centre back pairing of O'Nien and Hume. Now, given that O'Nien had only got into Birmingham at like 1:15 in the morning because one of the goalkeeping coaches drove him down after the birth of his band, I was like, all right, we're gonna get absolutely fucking mullet today. But damn,
I agree. You couldn't against the side who hadn't lost at home since October. Big physical players all over the pitch, and you're looking at it, and do you know what? I thought you were excellent. And then it wasn't, at halftime I was raging because I thought, something, right? If we went in 3-0 down, you'd go, okay, it was a bridge too far. But I thought to myself, we're going in 1-0 down after a shit to say. Like, the referee's going to change the hand of this game, and it's bullshit.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, dude, how great is your hair gone?
I know.
I mean, look, it's a mess, but it's beautifully red.
I know. Everyone keeps saying I'm going grey, so,
I'll send you the link for my guy.
I bet.
But yeah, I mean, look, he didn't need to make a challenge. That was the biggest issue.
Yeah, you're always going to make a decision.
Down.
Yeah.
He needed overstretch to get to the ball. There was no way he was going to regain his balance and stay up.
Yeah.
And there was limited, if any, contact between O'Nien and the West Brom player.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, you give it to the referee that decision to make, and he's going to make it.
Well, the referee wasn't even going to give it, was he? It was the line-up. So, the referee didn't want to know, I don't think. But like you say,
if it was at the other end of the pitch and it was us didn't get it, we'd be fuming. Yeah, I see the grin there. It tells me it was.
You know what?
Because you know that Tony Mowbray was like, all right, 0-0 halftime. This is a good way we can really push on the second half and see if we can make a goal. And then you go in 1-0 at halftime, and it's like, shit. Like an old football manager thing where it's like, well, how was it? How much of a blow was it to concede just before the half? And like, click, had to change my entire team talk.
This team never ceases to amaze you. I mean, look, they just never give in to like you said there. 3 of your back 4 on defenders. Well, sorry, Hume is, but he's playing at centre back. And you just look at it.
O'Nien's a central midfield player.
Yeah,
is a winger. Circuit's a left back. I mean, that's his position.
So you had Circuit there, and you had Hume, who isn't a centre back, but he's a full back. And you just think to yourself, they had no right to just. But let us tell you, by the way, who old Ekwar, right? I wasn't the whole game. He got dogs abuse, didn't he, with that tackle in the 98th minute, right?
Which is no difference. It's the exact same tackle that on 9 mid.
Yeah, and they're going, oh, it's clumsy. He shouldn't have. Let us tell you though, the 2 games after he's been brilliant, and I thought he was really good on Saturday. I've been
really impressed with them. I mean, he was dodgy to start off with. I think the way that West Brom started, they were 100 miles an hour. It was frantic.
Yeah,
we were like days in the headlight. We didn't know which way to turn. Ekwar was passing short. He wasn't getting on the ball. Dan Neil didn't look assured in the first 10 minutes. Like I thought that first 10 minutes we're going to get mullered. And it's just like, and it's just the way Sunderland are. They build up your hope. They build up your hope. They build up your hope, and then they smash it against the rocks.
But you know what though? We've got a lot of good technical players who, when they get on the ball, they can play. And you always think that they're going to get on the ball and they're going to get chances. And I mean, the second goal was brilliant, man. Honestly, like, okay, it was a toe punt finish.
But slow down, because we've got more of the match before we go into the second goal. We've got that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in terms of, how much we can play football. We can on the day with the best footballing team in that league. And I'm not bothered what anyone says.
I mean, I think the way the ball's passed around, if that was Barcelona or Man City or Brazil or Argentina, the commentators will be creaming themselves.
Hey, can you believe not one of our goals has been in the championship goal of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I can, because I've been looking at all the dogs abuse.
You're telling me that Reading goal wasn't goal of the season?
Yeah, I can't understand that one. Like, look, the Watford goal was a pearl of a goal, but the keeper was so far off his line, all he had to do was hit it straight.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that big a skill, but I mean, it looked nice. But to not even make the shortlist,
it's minging, isn't it?
I mean, there were 4 or 5 goals like that one against Reading that was scored. And again, I mean, West Brom, the second goal was like 38, 39 passes. Like, John Motson and those guys back in the day they'd have just jizzed all over themselves at the idea of that.
It's just shocking. It's minging. I mean, it's like you say, we're getting plaudits now. People are saying, oh, Sunderland play some great stuff. We said this a few weeks back when we spoke, and we've always known it. And I'll tell you what was a big shock on the West Brom game was the fact that he left Roberts out of the team. And I thought, it's bold to leave Roberts out, and he brings in Brom. It really worked. It really did.
I mean, gives you more defensively, even though he doesn't bring a huge amount of the table defensively.
Yeah.
Like Roberts, I mean, when he came on, he was effective. He ran around. He carried. But for the most part, he's not the guy you want to rely on defensively. And I think you've got 4 non-positional players in that back 4. That little bit more security of Bar coming back and helping out in midfield was probably a little bit more.
No, I agree. It was a good decision, wasn't it? Because you're looking at it going, oh, it's a brave one if we need goals.
You know what impressed me most though in that West Brom game?
What?
There was a series of shots from West Brom at the beginning of the second half. It's in the YouTube.
Yeah, all the blocks. Yeah.
7 shots from inside the box, blocked by defenders refusing to give up the fight and put the goal at risk.
Do you know who I loved? Old Gelhard. Honestly, do you know something? The boy's a player, man. He is, Gav.
I said this at the beginning.
He's a player.
Like, and we just said this is the one time that I might have been right. Like,
yeah, do
you watch him and he runs his arse.
Oh, mate. And if we had him, if we had him alongside Stuart, I'll say he'd be mint, man. He would. He's just the fact he's holding the line on his own. I like the way he barged the kid out for the goal. Did you see it?
Did you see the build up to that?
Brilliant.
There's a couple of videos about that. One was the West Brom fans showing just him pushing over the West Brom defender. If you look at how filthy the West Brom, like he was kicking him and pushing him.
Yeah, I know.
It's like when he pushed him back after we scored, I was like, "Yeah, go on, fuck."
He's a hard little bastard. He is, and he puts himself about. He's good on the ball. I think he's like. I think I mentioned it to you the other week, and you went, "Oh, Leeds will never sell him," but you never know.
If Leeds go down and they only managed to draw against Leicester today, so they're still in real danger.
Right.
They'll not sell him. He'll be there. He'll be their primary go-to for next season.
Yeah.
I think if they stay up, I think Leeds will strengthen. I don't think Gelhardt gets in that team anytime soon. I think they may be tempted to sell. And if we could get a deal for him like we got with Clark, where it's like,
yeah, I would definitely take him.
I think the way Clark's deal is we're paying $500,000 a year for 4 years. No, I think it was like 500,000 up front, and then 4 years of $500,000, and then there's a big chunk of the profit goes to Tottenham. Was it Tottenham or Leeds, Adam?
Yeah,
but
it was Tottenham. Yeah,
I think so. But yeah,
I'm worried he's going to leave. By the way, Clark.
Really? I mean, where's he going to go?
Someone in the Premier League, Palace or somebody.
Palace? You know? I mean, for Palace to make the move for him, he did have to get rid of Zaha.
Yeah, he's been brilliant though, man. You know,
he's been great. I mean, there's no denying it. We should complain about him like fucking Clark shite all over Twitter.
But getting back to Gelhardt, like people look and go, it annoys us, Gav, when they go, oh, he's only scored 3 shit. But like, do you know what? You cannot win, right? Like we've had forwards down the years who scored goals and have been all the lazy bastards, right? And then we've had forwards who haven't scored, and you just go, well, what do you want? He's the kid.
Like fucking Stephen Fletcher.
Yeah.
Like Stephen Fletcher, he scores when he wants. I fucking hated that chance because he didn't score enough.
Yeah, he's fucking.
I was like, if he scores when he wants, he better get a better goal bonus so he score more.
But look, right, you look at like when you go back to someone like Graben who scored goals but was a lazy bastard, right? He was, right?
Yeah.
And they got on his back, he was a lazy bastard. Darren Bent was a lazy bastard, right? But I think
Bent until he fucked off.
Well, so did I. But I just mean, but Gelhardt, he works and works and he does, man. You know, and you just watch him like he's hard as nails. I think he's been excellent. I really do. So, and people keep saying, well, why are you playing him? He's not our player. Well, neither's Ahmad. You know, I mean, what do you want? He's here. We've got to use him.
The thing is that there's so much shit talked on Sunderland Twitter.
Yeah, I agree. Crap.
And it's so knee-jerky as well. It's worse than the SMB or something on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because we played poorly and we nick a draw. It's the end of the world. Mowbray out. Like, did you see the rumors about this young coach?
Yeah, I sent it. I think I posted it on the NAS. I think to
everyone. The amount of arseholes on Twitter were like, "Well, fuck Tony Mowbray, fuck him. Let's get this young kid in. He's got to be." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
He's been brilliant, Mowbray. I don't care.
At the beginning, when Mowbray came in,
yeah, we didn't want him. We were on here,
and I said that Tony Mowbray being manager of Sunderland is like getting a wank off your mum.
Yeah,
you're getting a wank, but it's your mum. But I gotta be honest,
it's the best wank you've had for a while. Probably is, sir.
That's not where I was going with that, but no,
that's what I thought
it's been a fantastic an appointment.
Yeah. He's been brilliant, mate. I'm not gonna lie, he has, and I know, and this annoys me. You, Mr. Freight, and a few of us on that group saying we're not ready to go up. It just pisses us off. But listen, it's like saying I'm not ready to die. Give us another 40 years. You can't pick and choose. You can't. We are ready to go up. Of course we are.
All right. Massively. So if I have a heart attack at 35, was that ready to go? What the fuck? I went, but I wasn't ready. Look, listen. We went up in 96 on Peter Reid's first full season.
Yeah.
And we got smashed back down. And it's only the fact that Reid was such a good manager.
Yeah.
And Murray was able to back him in the transfer market that we were able to make the push. We got beat off Charlton in the playoffs in 98. Yeah. And then we went up in 99.
Yeah.
But I think that the game has moved on so much from there.
Yeah.
The gap between the Premiership and the Championship, there's almost like a division in itself in between those teams.
Do you know I had
League One to Championship's a little bit closer?
Yeah, but you know something, right? I thought to myself, right, I think Sirking could play in the Premier League. I think Ballard could.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think Jack Clark could. Ross Stewart could. Ahmad could if we kept him. Right? Which I think would keep him if we went up. Patrick Roberts could. And Pritchard could.
Capable of being up in midfield. But again, it's so this is where I kind of get to people like you They were like, why, man, Dreyfus is skinned, he's got now. He's absolutely brassic. And I'm like, well, if he's that skinned, then going up's the wrong place to be.
Well,
look, the club, when Dreyfus bought the club, and obviously they appointed Speakman just before he came in, and Speakman said, look, we're developing a club almost from scratch.
Yeah.
Because obviously Shaw had forgiven the debt, but the company chances were able to screw us.
Bollocks,
if you youth development, if you've got anybody worth selling.
If you've got Wrexham fans led by a couple of Hollywood tossers, right, saying that they'll be in the Premier League in 3 years, then you've got Sunderland fans who are not ready yet. You look at it and go, really? Fucking, you had one Netflix show and you've got a couple of Yankees. Fuck off. You know what I mean?
Wrexham are not going to be in the Premier League.
I'm just going on what people are saying on Twitter and stuff and online, saying they're going to be.
If we're going to go by what people are saying on Twitter, Newcastle will be the greatest team the world has ever seen next year.
Oh, mate, they always have been. World's biggest club.
Apparently, if you were to write on pieces of paper their waiting list for season tickets, it'd stretch the moon and back.
If you wrote them on a stamp, it would.
All right, so let's talk about our 2 goals. All right, and I'm going to tell you, I'm a huge fan of the first goal.
Oh,
Gooch. I mean, I want to know why Gooch doesn't cross like that every single fucking time.
I want to know why he was captain ahead at 09. That's shocking, that.
No.
I knew that would get you, kidding.
Captain America. Fucking give him a shield.
Fucking, I was at 09, should be captain.
That's probably the best cross Gooch has ever put in.
Brilliant.
And just to coin a Monty parlance, Sergen rolls like a salmon.
Right, brilliant. Because
there's no way that people are stopping that. No way.
He had 3 big units alongside him as well, didn't he? When you look at it, he was in.
Look at the top half of the guys. I don't look at their cocks.
You what?
I don't look at dudes' cocks. I don't know how big a unit they were.
Yeah, fuck off. He had 3 big old boys alongside him, and I think he was in the middle of 3 of them. And he just, the way like you say, he couldn't have placed that. If you'd put it up to him, you couldn't have placed it any better. If you just went here, you know, it was brilliant. What a ball in it was, you know.
And it's it's one of those goals that I could watch over and over again. Limited. I mean, Gooch had 2 players in front of him. He had limited space to get the ball through that gap. He really low on the back foot swing as well.
Do you know? I think he's been on the weights out. Gooch, he looks massive, doesn't he?
I mean, he's 4'6". He doesn't look massive.
His shoulders, he looks like now.
But he's always been an edgy, like he's been carrying carpets while he's been on his days off.
Like Big Gav.
Nah, Big Gav doesn't look like he's carrying carpets. He's got fat tits. But yeah, so 1-1. I gotta be honest, it was all us.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, statistically wise, we bossed possession. It was 60% of possession. And to go to somewhere like West Brom, who had big expectations of going up this season, even though they're training at a club at the moment, with no recognised central defending pairing, a striker that's been out all season, and to walk away with 61% of possession is like, how do you go back into training as West Brom on Monday morning and justify 39% possession?
Yeah, did you see the chance Clark had just before we got well, I'm saying just before, it was about 20 minutes before, but the one that he zipped past the pole, I was up. I thought
I thought he was offside when he hit it, which is why I thought he was so relaxed. I thought he was just wasting time and not going to pass.
And you think that was the chance, you know. But even then, though, you're thinking on the counter attack, well, brilliant, weren't we? And you just think there's another one coming. There is, you know. And it was brilliant, man. It really was.
The way those lads are able to, like, look, under Poirier, we played possession football.
Yeah, but it was crap and boring.
It was awful. I mean, it didn't help that we had John O'Shite and Wes Bankrupt Brown.
Oh, I'm gutted for Wes Brown. I love Bruni.
Well, his wife doesn't. I think that's why he's declared bankruptcy, because he's getting the divorce.
Gutted for him.
But yeah, I mean, we've had managers who've come in and wanted to play possession football. It's just been sideways. Yeah. There's been with this. I don't want to coin total football like the Dutch team of the 70s, but it really is. I mean, they're bombing on, like the fullbacks are bombing on. With O'Neill being a midfielder by trade, he's bombing up the pitch.
Well, did you say how high O'Neill was for the second goal?
I mean,
how when it gets switched and it goes back, he's in the final third as he pings the ball back into Pritchard, you know, and you look at it and go,
to be fair.
he's a centre back, and as the ball comes back out, he's in the final third, spraying the ball back in, you know. So you think to yourself, everyone's pushed on, you know, and it, like you say, they're fearless, they take risks, and it's like they can smell blood and they can smell, you know what, we're better than these, and I think, you know. That's why I fancied it from day one, and I said around last time I was on here that would win the playoffs, and I still think we will if we get there.
I mean, look, with a form team going into the playoffs,
I want to play Millwall in London and run them all over London. Not me personally, but you know what I mean.
Millwall aren't in good form at the moment.
Imagine Sunderland Borough at Wembley, they'd be hell on, wouldn't they?
Yeah, especially is that I think that same day Newcastle are playing Arsenal in London. Can you imagine the battles on the trains?
Oh, it'd be mint, wouldn't it? Fuck it up.
So Millwall is 7th right now, level on points with us. They've lost 3 and drawn 1 of their last 5.
Do you know, here's one, right? We might only need 1 win. We might, you know. We might just need it. I mean, I'm not there's going to be a big crowd there on Saturday, isn't there?
I think there are 43,000 right now.
And I think the old days, right, under Reedy and stuff, even under Roy Keane, I think, yeah, at home I would have fancied it. But I don't know. It's going to be a damn squid, isn't it? And you think, oh, I'm panicking, you know.
So Millwall are away to Blackpool. Blackpool are second bottom, but a win for Blackpool could take them.
I was going to say that if they win, they're out the bottom 3, aren't they? Or bottom 4.
I mean, they need a big win because Huddersfield are 21st, and they're minus 19, and Blackpool are minus 24.
Cool. I'm happy for old Warnock. You know, what a lad.
I mean, I'm glad he's never managed us. But yeah, I like the fact that he came back and he's managed so far to be doing quite well with that team.
Yeah.
2 wins, 2 draws, the defeat in his last 5 is pretty good. But yeah, I mean, looking at the table.
But I think Blackburn have got Sheffield United, who are,
the fixtures are what makes it so interesting.
Yeah, they are.
Obviously, Blackburn lost to Burnley today. Hopefully, Sheffield United will beat West Brom tomorrow. Or
UK. Yeah.
And then you look at the teams around us. Millwall have got to go to Blackpool scrapping for their lives. You've got Coventry home to Birmingham. That should be an easy 3 points for them with all
It's a derby, that though.
Not really.
Well, yeah, of course it is. Don't know your geography, son.
Yeah.
It is a derby.
No, it's not.
Okay, it is Coventry.
That is a derby.
Coventry Birmingham, that's a derby.
Fuck off.
It is.
That's like saying Sunderland Middles was a derby.
Ah, Coventry and Birmingham's a derby.
No, it's not.
It is, man. He's gonna look.
Is Chelsea West Ham a derby?
Well, they hate each other, don't they?
It's not a derby though.
Oh, but they hate each other.
Derby's your nearest rival.
Nah, it's still a derby, Coventry Birmingham.
Derby. You and your fucking Sky Sports terminologies.
It is. I would Birmingham. I'd love to stop them going up. I would. He's looking at geography.
I'm looking at the map. It's 22 miles from Birmingham to Coventry.
Is it? Okay.
And you've got Aston Villa, West Brom, both closer. Yeah, I'm not giving you that as a derby, no way. But yeah, so yeah, Coventry have got Birmingham. Swansea are away to Hull.
Swansea, there.
Swansea are in the mix, dude. Right?
The 4 points off, aren't they?
Sorry?
The 4 points off, aren't they?
3.
3.
And they've won their last 4.
Yeah.
So they're on a good run. And then you got like Norwich, Preston, West Brom, and Blackburn.
I mean, Blackburn would be higher up on my list than what.
Nah, but Blackburn's got some a couple of really shitty fixtures. Right?
Yeah, they've got Sheffield United and someone else, haven't they?
So Sheffield United have got Preston this weekend.
Right.
Which is why they've really got to turn West Brom over and get promoted tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where's Norwich? Norwich have got Norwich West Brom. That's Saturday night's game.
Oof.
Well, we've got Watford. Watford have got nothing to play for now. They can't.
Oh, I know, but still,
there's still a chance they may change their manager before they play us on Saturday.
Oh God.
So when you look at I didn't want to get excited, and I don't want to.
Neither did I. Do you know?
When you look at the teams that everyone's got to play.
Do you know what, mate? After the whole game, I thought, yeah, we've blobbed it. I thought, you know what, and then typical Sunderland, they win a couple, and you think, gee, and then, like you said, with West Brom, I'm thinking, at 2-1, I'm thinking, fucking doing this, you know. I'm thinking, why'd you do it to us? Like, and now I can't stop thinking about Watford on Saturday. I'm thinking, because I've got a feeling that if we win, we only need a point at Preston, and I think we'll go there and get a point. I do. So I think, you know, one win with the fixtures, one win may be enough, mate. It really might. So I'm just thinking, oh Christ.
So
you know,
Monday, Blackburn have got Luton Town.
There you
That's
go.
another tricky tie for them.
Yeah, it is. Of course, it is.
Of the season, which is the following one. I think you got 2 bank holiday weekends in a row in England, right? Because you got May bank holiday this.
I was going to say because we're playing Preston on the 8th, aren't we?
But because of Charlie's coronation, the whole championship has gone to Monday because the Premier League.
Is that why it is? Because of that? Fucking
yeah. So you've got. Let's have a look. So Luton and Middlesbrough, they're secure. They're not going to miss it.
Nah.
Millwall at home to Blackburn on the last day of the season.
Oof.
Norwich at home to Blackpool. Blackpool could still be scrapping.
Yeah.
We're away at Preston, and we didn't really perform well against Preston at home, so I'd like to see us correct that. And then Swansea at home to West Brom on the last day of the season. And Watford have got Stoke, but Watford are out, like we said. So
yeah.
So there's no easy games. It's not like you can relax if you're say, who is that's just above us? Is it Coventry? Yeah, so Coventry on the last day of the season. I have Middlesbrough. So Middlesbrough might be still scrapping to get that last position. If Luton lose on Saturday, it could be crazy. But we don't want Luton to lose because their next game is against Blackburn.
Right.
So, but yeah, I think if we sneak in, we'll end up playing Luton over 2 legs.
Do you know what though? Does anyone want to play us? I don't think they do.
No, I don't think they do.
People look at it and go, I don't fancy Sunderland. Why would you?
You really don't want to play us right now. Or do you?
She has one as well. Ballard's back, isn't he?
Potentially, if as long as they're not rushing him back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean, I hate this fucking club. I wanted it to be quiet at the end of the season. That's all I asked at the beginning of the year. No promotion, no relegation. Just
do you know what I was going to ask you? When the 4 of us done that podcast, right? And this is what I wanted to ask you. You know how we do our massive research on this fucking podcast. I was going to say to you, what were our predictions? Can you remember where we said we'd finish?
What do you mean that we don't do our research?
Brilliant.
Research, man.
I can't remember what our predictions were though.
For us,
what we all said. Because if you remember, we all predicted, didn't we?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I said probably 13th or 14th I'd have been happy with.
Yeah.
I think you were looking at top 10.
I said win the league.
Did you fuck?
No, you're right.
After the Birmingham game, I was like, I still don't want to go up. I don't want to be in the playoffs, but I'm enjoying this. Like the games that we're winning, the way we're playing, it's nice to watch. It's fun.
It is nice to
And
watch.
then we beat West Brom away, and now we're sixth. And then today's result goes in our favour, and Blackburn lose. So now we're sixth. And only West Brom behind us can catch us on points with level games. So now I'm like, oh fuck! Now it's ours to throw away.
Yeah.
I mean, unless Sheffield United get turned over by West Brom tomorrow night, it's ours to throw away. 6 points and we're up.
I mean, if you look at like tonight's game, right? Like Burnley were never not going to go then and to play for the league title. Now that is a derby, son, right?
That is a derby.
And for them to go there, they wanted to win the league, so they've went there and thought.
But they played awful that game.
Who, Burnley?
Yeah, it wasn't a good game for Burnley.
No.
In fact, Sunderland Twitter was going mental because it was like you had an extra 30,000 Burnley fans on Twitter tonight.
Right.
And they were criticizing them, but that goal that won that game. Oh, right out of the Ahmad playbook.
Yeah.
It was
I never seen it.
It really was.
Was
He
it?
nearly had a second one in injury time when the keeper went up for the corner. Right.
Yeah.
They cleared it, the ball broke to him, and he's probably just entering the final third. And it's like he crossed one just to drop in the goal and just hit off the top of the bar.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's in my hands, isn't it? As you said.
That's the worst. That's when you know we're gonna fuck up.
I know.
Part of me is like, well, if West Brom win tomorrow, it'll take some pressure off. So that when we play Watford on Saturday, it's like, well, look, if we win, we win, and like it's not in our hands right now.
Right.
But
who's West Brom got against Sheffield United?
Yeah,
they have, haven't they?
No, West Brom have got Norwich at home. Oh. So West Brom have 3 games left.
Yeah.
So they've got Sheffield United away tonight. They've got Norwich at home on Saturday. And then they are away at Swansea a week.
So they've got Sheffield United tonight, yeah?
Yeah. Now Sheffield United win tonight and they're in the Premier League.
Yeah, so that's a good incentive, isn't it?
So you would expect Sheffield to go for it.
Yeah, you would, of course.
And then Norwich City are still very much in the playoff race.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Norwich are 11th right now, but a win and Sunderland slip up, and they could be level to 6th. So much to play for, man. Such an exciting end to the season, which is what's killing me.
No.
I think when we had that little bad run in end of February, when we dropped down to like 12th, 13th, and it looked for a little while as though Stoke were going to catch us. And like mentally, I was like, well, look, as long as we finish above Stoke.
Yeah, I know.
Because fuck Alex now.
Hey, what was that rumour? What was that thing Jeff Stelling said tonight? That Mowbray is taking the job next season.
Huh?
I seen it on wait, I'll see if I can find it. I seen it on my Twitter earlier that Jeff Stelling apparently said on the football tonight that that Mowbray is taking the job next season. And obviously he's made the Sunderland job.
Yeah, he said in the press this morning that he has no intention of going anywhere.
Right.
He's contracted through next season.
Right.
Because this shite hawk Italian was like, dude you've never heard of, who's not getting his contract renewed, he's only 34, is wanted by Sunderland to replace Mowbray. And Mowbray like,
right.
Well, no, it's not.
Right. No, but yeah, I don't know what's going on then.
So I'm in New Jersey this weekend.
Right.
And I posted in the NASA chat that I don't know if they'll be back from New Jersey in time to jump on the social on Sunday night. And so the question was asked, legends for the match? And I'm like, if I was going to anything else other than my wife's godmother's funeral, I'd have been, yeah, no problem. I'll get the funeral when I get there. But she was a canny woman, so I can't really not go.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, yeah. But yeah, mate, it's nervous, isn't it?
it's that worst Sunderland nerves as well, because
And then
you know they're gonna fuck it up.
They've someone posted earlier, one of the lads in the NASA group, and they've lost the last three Watford or something, and you're thinking,
Oh
I think
man,
it was you said it. You went, oh fucking, like, yeah.
the last 6 games Watford have lost 4, drawn 1, and won 1. They've conceded 11 goals in the last 6 games.
Yeah.
And like, this is typical Sunderland.
That's 2 a game, isn't it? Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's nearly 2 a game.
Yeah.
We've won 3, drawn 3, unbeaten in 6, scored 10. We've conceded 7, which is a lot to concede. But you look at the teams we've played recently, and 4 of those were in that crazy game against Hull. I said on that chat, all you need to tell me now is that the Watford striker hasn't scored in 8 games. He's nailed on to score a hat trick for us to get turned over. But yeah, I think Watford is such a shithole of a club right now. They're a mess. I mean, they're what, 3 managers this season? Nearly as bad as Tottenham this week.
Who've they got Wilder as manager, isn't it?
At least for this week. I mean, again, they could replace him before the match on Saturday morning.
Oh mate.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to think that Watford's mentality is they're already on the beach.
Oh,
backing out of challenges so they're not injured over the close season.
And I just want them to come out. I just want them to come out the traps. You know, big crowd. It's going to be loud. It's going to be just get at these early. You know, and just
and I think just because of the way we've played this season at home, I think you play 23 games. I think we're played 1-7, drawn 7, lost 7, or something like that. I was like, we've got to do better.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick my neck out, because when I did that stupid predictor thing a couple of weeks ago, and I said we were going to finish with 71 points, we're on track to finish with 71 if we win the last 2 games.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say we win 3-1 on Saturday.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh mate, I'd take 1-0. I couldn't give a shit as long as it's a win. You know.
I mean, I would take a shit game, a 97th minute own goal by Watford, and 3 points. I don't care about performance. I don't care about silky smooth passing. I just want 3 points. As much as I don't want to go up and I don't want to be in the playoffs.
Shocking that. Fucking shocking. What an attitude.
Man, we're not ready.
Because man, listen, man. Do you know next season, right? You might have Leicester, Everton, Forest. You're gonna have some good teams in that league, and then you're gonna have teams who've just missed out.
But are you though? Because Everton have been shocking this season. Southampton have been awful this season.
Yeah, but they're still coming down with decent enough players, aren't they?
Are they though?
You know, and you just think, yeah, but the 3 teams that are going to be better than the 3 teams that have went down, which makes the league stronger, doesn't it? They're not bad. They're good. They're not bad sides, are they? One of them
but look at us when we went down. We went down. And I think there's every chance that maybe not Nottingham Forest, but I think Everton could.
Well, let us tell you, with Forest, right? They'll struggle if they go down for the fact that they signed so many players.
They've played 33 different players this season.
Yeah. So, listen, if they go down, right, they're going to have a shitload of players to shift.
But they've got a couple who are just 1-year contracts, like Jesse Lingard's just a 1-year contract.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck happened to Lingard. I mean, he's just disappeared up his own ass.
But they would struggle to shift. You know what I mean? You'd think, wouldn't you? And they'd probably peddle that Cooper.
I mean, I think there'd be a fire sale at Forest.
Yeah.
Who do you think's
And
coming down if you look at the league table?
give us a look at it now, because I know it might have changed. It's tough, isn't it? So tight down there, man. Because do you know what I said? I had a bet with me mate the other day. I had £100 bet with me pal that Leicester would stay up. As it says, they've got too much. But I'm regretting it now because they slipped up tonight, didn't they?
They drew with Leeds.
Yeah.
A large portion of that game as well, though.
So I'm looking at it now. Well, they're out the relegation zone now, aren't they?
Jamie Vardy with an 80th minute goal. Well, they haven't moved because they were level on points with Everton going into the game, but they've scored 9. They got a 9-goal difference better.
I think Southampton are safe. Sorry, are gone.
Down.
I think Forest will go.
So now it's 1 of 3, I think.
And I think Leeds.
You think Leeds?
Yeah, I think Leeds will go down.
You see who Everton have still got to play?
Who?
They've got to play Newcastle and Arsenal. They've got to play Southampton. I think they've got Bournemouth coming up as well.
I was hoping it would be West Ham, because I'd love Moyes to have went down.
Yeah, they got Everton at home on Thursday night. Everton have got Newcastle at home on Thursday night.
Have they?
Hopefully Newcastle go into that all cocky because they stuffed Spurs at the weekend. Speaking of that, there was a story on the news as I'm going through my Facebook, not my Facebook, the stories on YouTube.
Yeah.
I went in, got out of his car just before kickoff, filled his car up,
right,
went inside, went for a slash, came out, made himself a cup of coffee at the garage, and by the time he got done and got back in, Tottenham were 5 down.
Arrogant black and white bastards, they are.
I hate them. So look, you're in coaching, so maybe you can help me with this one, because it never makes sense to me.
What?
XG.
XG, what, the statistic thing?
Yeah, the expected goals, or whatever it is. So you look at the match for us on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Expected goals was 0.89 for us.
Right.
2.31 for West Brom in a game where we beat them 2-1. Right.
It's like the pools panel, isn't it?
Hang on. What is expected goals is a measurement of the quality of a shot. A team's XG number for a match is an indication of how many goals they could have been expected to score given the chances they create.
Yeah, I was going to say it's chances created over the course of the season is what it is, yeah.
What a load of shite.
I know it is crap.
Right?
But people, but listen, it's one of these new fads that people lap up, so, you just, whatever. I don't pay much into it myself, but it's what people... It's the Kool-Aid at the minute, isn't it? People love it, so you just think whatever. Yeah, Pomo. How's he doing, by the way, my boy, John Wood? Is he still? Oh, I hope he didn't. Oh, no.
He went. Didn't he go to Hibs or something?
He's at Hibs. Is he still there?
I thought he got sacked by Hibs.
Oh, I hope he didn't. Legend Pomo. Did he? Oh,
no, his manager at Hibs.
I know that Ross Stewart got the bullet and then ended up at the Mags, didn't he? But Johnson, is he still there, is he?
Yeah, Lee Johnson's at Hibs.
McGeady's saving his job.
Yeah. All right, so you got a 1-1, so 1-0 win on Saturday.
Who?
You said.
No, I don't know. I'm going to go 2-0. 2-0. We'll score early and score late. There you go.
There you go.
Clean sheet.
I don't care, clean sheets.
What?
Right now, as I said, right now it's just win. Win at all costs.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
5-4.
Nah, my heart couldn't take 5-4. All right, so you scheduled in for the last game of the season as well.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a few people on for that. Or after the last game of the season.
Yeah.
So after Preston North End, do we have more games to play?
I mean, mate, what do you think?
No.
No, you don't think we'll make it?
Look, I'm predicting a 3-1 win. I think we draw at Preston, and I think we miss out on goal difference.
Nah, that's enough, that man. All day long. 4 points, 3 points might be enough. Just a win on Saturday might be enough.
Might be. I mean,
there's no way we can't take 4 points and not go.
But you've got Millwall and Blackburn on the same points as us.
Right.
Now, let's say that Preston draw with us. They'd have to win to leapfrog us. West Brom have got 3 games to play and they're only 2 points behind us. But we know how hard their fixtures are.
Yeah.
One thing's for fucking sure. We're not going to know until dinner time on Monday, the 8th.
Yeah.
Has to. I'd rather we duffed it against Watford with the teams around us winning so that we just pressure off against Preston and we have a good game.
Do you reckon that's what they thought at half time at West Brom? That they just thought, fuck it, we're going to go for it.
I think he's been saying that for the last few games. If you think it was not that long ago, we were 6 points behind with 6 games to play.
Yeah, I know.
And here we are in 6th, technically with it all in our own hands. And that's when it worries me as a Sunderland fan.
Because we could still probably finish 10th, couldn't we?
Could we?
Well, probably 9th.
I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that the teams from 3rd down to 12th seem to all be playing each other over the next 2 games, then probably We're definitely going to finish in the top 10. Now, whether you're disappointed at the end of the season of that not making the playoffs or duffing the playoffs and going out in the first round or getting beat at Wembley, but just not going up because I don't want to go up.
Minging that. Kind of fucking attitude's that. I don't want to go up.
It's a realistic attitude.
Do you know that worldie over there in the corner? I didn't want to bang that because I'm too ugly. There's no point.
That's my life.
I wouldn't know what to do with that, so I would,
Oh yeah, I'd have banged Alicia Silverstone back in the day, but he doesn't like redheads.
I wouldn't know what to do. I'm not ready. I'm too pissed. I'll just wait. Nah, you won't, mate. No more opportunities. It's tonight or never.
I still miss my opportunity, but that's just because I'm pissed. Fall asleep, then I'm over.
Oh, mate, honestly.
All right, so you've got us going up then, still.
Yeah, we'll win the playoffs because no one wants to play with, and the team that finished 6th, we're gonna have momentum. I was arguing with mate the other day. He's a Preston fan. He wants to watch the game with us. He runs the Preston New York branch. He's a coach. He's a cracking lad as well, and he's a massive Preston fan. All his brothers go to every game and stuff. And I was saying to him, the shite Luton, he went to knock, man. I went, the crap, he went to knock. I would fucking hammer them. He says, nah, mate, they're a good side, So we had this argument. I say, Sunderland will rip any team in that league apart on the day. You put us on that big pitch at Wembley with the likes of Ahmad and Clark and stuff, we're terrorising you. So
we got turned over twice by Luton, didn't we?
No, we drew twice with them.
Did we?
Yeah, we drew away and we drew at home. I think both games were 1-1 as well,
1-1 at their place.
I think it was 1-1 double, wasn't it?
At our place, yeah.
Yeah.
But we had defenders then.
Well, give one away now. Nah, listen, we've got to get there first, mate.
I don't think we will. I honestly don't think we'll get to Wembley, and I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'm okay with making the first round of the playoff and getting knocked off in goals like against Luton over 2 games. It's not the end of the world. I'm okay not making the playoffs. Like, I've had a lot of fun this season.
Yeah, it has been a good, enjoyable season. I think you're right. It really has,
been a season where we've scored so many fantastic goals.
Yeah.
Don't remember where the team has gelled so well together. And given that, just going back to the beginning of the pod, just saying that the Daily Mirror supercomputer said we were going to go down bottom. Fuck them.
It's got they've got to have a good dressing room then, right? and it's going to be buzzing. And that, look, momentum, you're halfway there. You are. And there's not going to be a more up for a team in that top 10 than Sunderland. There isn't. You know,
if we
you
can
just.
get 4 points out of the next 2 games and we make it into 6th place, then that would be 8 games unbeaten at the end of the run. And yeah, I think it would be tough to beat.
Yeah. Yeah. And we'll just go for it, don't we? We'll just go, you know what, nothing to lose.
It's like the old fans and you say it's the hope that I can't stand.
You know, it's the hope that kills you.
It really is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm enjoying this run, but I don't want it to and I don't want it to end, but I don't want to go out.
But even like the boy me shooting stuff, yeah, I just love watching him. I think he's mint.
The good news was as it was reported in France this afternoon that Sunderland are going to exercise the option of buying for 2.5.
What was that? I missed that. Sorry, mate.
There was on Twitter came from somebody in France.
Right.
We're doing the option on Michu for 2.5 million.
Oh, really? Brilliant. I love that.
Which I think is a cracking deal for us.
He is. He's a great. The way he carries the ball, he's mint, man, and he's such a player.
There was
you know?
I don't know. Yeah, report from France Club. Sunderland will make sure Edward Michu sticks around beyond his current loan deal.
Yeah, he's been excellent, hasn't he?
He really has.
Because you look at him and just think there's nothing to him. He's so lightweight and looks like a little boy. And oh, mate, he's quality.
A little boy. What, 13 years old?
Oh, mate, he's class, man. You know, so great. Yeah, I'll be happy if we can get him in. And then listen, like I say, big Equar next season.
Equar.
I think Equar. What do you call him? The knobhead.
Equar.
Equar.
It is Equar, but you're trying not to be a Geordie because you're like Equar.
Wow. Equar.
Because you said Cirkin at the beginning of the pod, and I was about to go who?
Sorkin. Right.
Look, Edward Michu has been fantastic this season.
He has been brilliant.
There's no doubt about it. He wasn't expecting to play as much as he has.
Yeah, I agree.
He went down. Him and Dan Neil have been fantastic, and you can see those two being together for 5, 6, 7 seasons if we don't have to flog them on.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, you're right. By the way, with Dan Neil, I'm pleased you mentioned him because he's had a decent season, hasn't he?
He has, man. Shit off the fans as well.
Yeah, I know.
I think everyone expects him to be Jordan Henderson 2.0.
Since Evans went out as well, he's had to play a lot deeper, hasn't he?
I think he's had to play a lot deeper, not only with Evans but with Embleton going out at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And everyone forgets that Embleton's coming back next season.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's been out for so long.
Injury list from the West Brom game, you've got Bath, Ballard, Alessi, you've got Evans, and you've got Embleton.
Huggins.
You've got Huggins. You've got Stewart. It's like, and then you've got Middlesbrough complaining that their second team got beat off Luton in midweek, and they only had 4 players out.
Hey, when's here's one. When would Alesi be back for the playoffs?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, bastard. Nah, he probably wouldn't, would he? I heard it could just be Ballard, couldn't it? Which wouldn't be a bad thing because he's mint. So it's not but.
Let's have a look. See if it tells me what the issue is with that Alesi.
Ballard, no 9 at Wembley at centre back. 09, I'd love it, wouldn't he? Imagine him. Imagine 09 with a place in the Premier League up for grabs. He'd kick the fucking granny out of them, wouldn't he? He would, man.
I mean, he kicks the granny out of people on a regular day.
He would. He'd love it, wouldn't he?
So it's saying that he's got a thigh issue and he's not expected to return until pre-season.
Oh, bastard!
There you go. His, return date.
I got my hopes up on that one. I thought, yeah, he could be as well. He's a big old unit. So, well, there you go.
But when was the last time? And look, we're dragging the podcast on here. It's nearly an hour long already. But when was the last time we had so many signings come in, and none of them have really missed the mark?
Yeah.
Like
the only one really who I can't really judge is that Lee Hadji.
But he was never expected to be first team this year anyway.
We've seen nothing of that. Well, in what we have seen, like, it's too early to. He hasn't had much. I thought he would have played a lot more. By the way, I thought he would have been on a lot more and played a hell of a lot.
He's done reasonably well with the under-23s, and that's right. That was when he was brought in. That's what Mowbray said. He'd be in the development squad for most of the season. I think just the fact that we've had so many injuries, he's been brought in and been on. But you look at Bar, Mishu. I mean, you got a Clark signed full time. He's been amazing. You've got Ahmad came in on loan. He's been fantastic.
I was going to say to you, sorry, Bar's our player, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was. I couldn't think of it. I thought, he on loan? I was say our player. Yeah, he's our player.
I think we only have 2 loan players in that squad at the moment, and that's or 3 because you've got Mishu, Ahmad, and
my boy Gelhard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when was the last time you felt this optimistic about a Sunderland team?
Oh, mate, I agree.
I think Peter manager for me.
You know, you said you've enjoyed this season, right? And I've loved it, but I'll be gutted if I fall short. I will.
I'll not be happy. I think when I look at the big picture, I don't want to go up and come straight back down because I think it'd do more harm than good long term. I think another season or 2 in the championship wouldn't do the club any harm whatsoever. But would I enjoy that season up? I mean, we get to extend our run against the Mags. There's 6 points.
Imagine.
No, look, the last time I was this enthusiastic and upbeat about a Sunderland team
was Peter Reid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
We'd go into games that we'd have against teams that you don't expect us to win, and you'd be confident of being able to get something.
Yeah.
Those 2 7th finishes, and like that's all we've had as a club in the last 60 years. More than that.
Yeah.
But when you look at this club, and when you look at teams in the Premier League like doing so well, like Brentford and Brighton, the way that they're performing this season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now, I know that things have changed, but Villa are now 5th. Villa have only been up for 2 seasons.
He's doing a job, him, by the way, that ugly bastard who's got their job, you know. Yeah, he's doing.
Brighton at 8th with games in hand. Brentford are well safe of it. Like they're 5 points clear of Chelsea.
Yeah.
I mean,
hey, he has one for you. If would you bring the Teddy back next season?
I mean, he's coming back next season. He's done really well in League One.
He might
to get experience and get more game time. He's
benefited from it. They might want to keep him though, mightn't they?
There's no option to buy.
No.
Just a flat loan.
Right.
And it looks as though they're going to go up automatically. Looks as though Sheffield Wednesday are choked.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, it's a shame, you know, because our old Sheffield Wednesday, after last season, you kind of felt for them, didn't you, the way we went there? And
no, because we lost in dramatic fashion in the playoff final against Charlton.
Right.
And then we got stuffed against Lincoln.
Yeah.
So no, like take your medicine. You're down there for a reason.
All right. Fair play.
They should have pissed that league. I mean,
yeah, they should,
because they were so far ahead with games in hand.
Yeah.
They've got no excuses for not performing and not doing their thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Look at the table right now. Plymouth have got 95 points. Ipswich have got 94, and then you got 4 points gap to Sheffield. So Sheffield are definitely making the playoffs because Sheffield and Barnsley are 3rd and 4th. They're going to finish 3rd and 4th. It's all depending whether it's going to be Bolton and Derby or whether Peterborough are going to sneak in there.
Yeah.
But in that league, last season, didn't Oxford just miss the playoffs in the last game of the season?
I can't remember, man.
I'm pretty sure they did, because I'm sure that we took
if I'm
that
being
last
honest.
call. But didn't we play MK Dons in the... Did we play MK Dons? No.
Yeah. It seems ages ago.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oxford and MK Dons are in the relegation battle right now. It's amazing how it changes in the season. Like the fact that we're out of that division, we couldn't be happier.
I know. It come on the other day. I was watching something and I just thought, fuck that. I turned it over.
I struggle watching football that's not Sunderland these days. Like I enjoy, like I watched the Burnley game today,
Right.
and I didn't watch the Newcastle Tottenham game. I refused to watch that one.
Nah,
Especially when I was finishing up something on the computer and it was like 1-0, it was 2-0, and 3-0. I'm like, I'm definitely not putting that game on.
Nah.
But yeah, most of my football now is got to be Sunderland. Like I lose interest very quickly if it's not.
Yeah. Oh well.
All right, Shawnee. Well, I will let you go to bed because it's 10:30. You've got to be knocking out some Z's in no time at all.
No, mate, right, no bother.
We will sort something out for the last filming, hopefully, of the season. And then what do you think? Do a review of the season or just do the review at the end of the Preston game?
Probably, yeah. Just do one then.
We'll work it out.
See how down we are.
So 3-1 win for me, 2-0 win for you.
Come on, away the lads.
Larry Foundation, if we win anything. I've decided for next season, I've already chosen the charity for next season. We're gonna do the soup kitchen in Sunderland.
Oh, the community, yeah, that's a good one.
I just, to toot my own horn here, I saw that they were doing donations at the match on Saturday, and obviously I can't go at the match, so I figured, you know what, let me just do a Tesco shop and buy loads of Tesco value buys. So I think I sent like 50 quid's worth of stuff.
Yeah.
And then just sent them a message, hey, look, I don't know whether you guys are even open. This is what I've booked for the groceries or the shopping. Is somebody around? And she's like, oh, that's so nice of you, yeah. And she's like, send me your information so we can write a little Facebook page for you. And I'm like, I'm okay, I'm all right now.
You could feed a family of 10 in Sunderland for 50 quid.
You can feed a family of 20 in Newcastle. No, but I just figured that I think that's a really good cause. I like the fact that they do the big push at
No, so do I. Yeah, and the staff,
and
the staff there seem really nice as well. The woman who runs it, from what I've heard, she she does a great job. So
yeah, she reached out to me to say thank you this morning. And I just want to make sure you guys are okay being the beneficiary of our dodgy gambling. So she's like, yeah, no problem. So what we'll do is we'll run from beginning of the season to December. And then we'll just make a donation in food or we'll do some Christmas.
Yeah, we'll do that. Of course we will.
And then the second half of the season, we'll just get it like at the end of the season like we're doing today.
Yeah, brilliant.
All right, Sean. Oh, thank you very much.
Cheers.
You've been on a lot this season.
Oh.
To do with other people not being around. But, hopefully I'll see a lot less of you next season.
You never know, mate.
That'll mean we've got a lot more people coming on. If not, then maybe we'll just co-host it next season.
There you go.
All right,
Sean, mate. Top man.
All right, folks, that's all.
See you, mate.
We finished off with a bit of a ramble there. We've got Watford at home on Saturday. Fly Sunderland.
Packed stadium alight. Come on.
78,000 squashed in. Beat our previous record against Derby in the 60s. We're out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you after the Watford match.
All right. See you. Yes.